Hey, welcome. All my right thinkers, thanks for tuning to your boy, Pfunk, at my YouTube classroom where I do what I do for you. Today, writers in 25 rules to live by, storytelling, story with a message in the story. I want to give a lesson. Okay, every now and then I switch it up. Today's going to be a lesson day. Quick one, not too long, but hopefully informative. It's about the tradition of initiation. As a right thinker, you're following right thinking concepts, which I'm the master of, my view, my concepts, and my understanding of what I think is the right thing to do and how to live a certain way. I adopted this style 30 years, now I'm teaching it. So long story short, let's get into the concepts what I'm trying to get to you as far as initiation. Now, if you're seriously interested in pursuing the spiritual life, I call spiritual knowledge, okay, aka right thinking philosophy, you will have to be ready to follow my instructions. Yeah, it's mine. You're going to follow my instructions. All right, here you go. To the letter, in order for right thinking philosophy to work for you. If I ask you to do this, you do that. And when you benefit from doing that, you ask me for some more. I'll give you more. But the idea is, like in anything else, you gradually progress and you get better. Masonic order, first degree, you're an apprentice, you come in to learn. You learn a little bit, you become a fellow craft. You get a little bit better at what you're doing. Eventually you enter become a master of what you're doing, your craft. Right now, becoming a master right thinking, gonna take a little time, but the work you put in will be well worth it. Trust me on that one. Here you go. In reaching your goal of obtaining spiritual knowledge, becoming a master right thinker, as a right thinker, you're seeking to purify yourself and become an enlightened being. Was born in this world. All human beings are born to become enlightened. That's the goal of life. Okay, we're already spiritual. God give us the spirit. He don't give you the enlightenment. You got to earn that. Okay, that's the key. All right, we're all born in this world to become enlightened spiritual beings. All right, but by practicing right thinking philosophy, it will help you in time for all who practice it to become a better you. I profess being to become a better you because I say God, people, oh, I want to be God. So become a better you. And the better you, the essence of you is God. The spiritual part of you is God. So when you hear that word, don't get caught up, but it's the essence of what you and everything that's here in nature is really about. Get that understanding because you need to be clear about conceptualizing, understanding perspective and views. If you think everything is literal and everything is, you might not grasp the concept. Okay? Use your imagination. You have one, we all do. All right thinkers, you have to clearly understand the tenets of right thinking philosophy, or it won't effectively do you any good, meaning it won't work. If you're misunderstanding the aspects of the guides I'm giving you, you're misunderstanding the concept I'm laying out for you, you're going to get knocked out. This is a waste of your time. It's like going to church. Every Sunday, you dress up, you look good, and you go get the message. Then the rest of the week, you do nothing. Then come back next Sunday, think you ain't did nothing. Putting work in, I call it your due diligence. That means you're doing something for yourself, okay? You see because you have what we call psychic power. Don't necessarily mean you're a spiritual, that means you're spiritually enlightened. Some people have visions that they don't really control when it happens, okay? That's intuitive knowledge, which is my girl Isis. I get into that, but every psychological part of your character, every intellectual concept that you perceive in your mind, they already had it figured out. They named everything. Okay. In order to name something, you have to command it, control it, know what it is. Hence, right thinking. I do all that with that. Watch this. Because spiritual enlightenment is nothing less than mystical union with God. Spiritual awakening, the nihas, the anointment, the Christhood, whatever religious concept that they call it is all the same thing. It's been the same thing. It's just the name changes through time. Understand that? Okay, here we go. I'm giving you concepts and perspectives and views that you can actually understand, hopefully, and implement it in your life and see that, yeah, it still works. Not good, excited. Excuse me. But watch this. Psychic powers give you the ability to do some physical amazing things. I've seen guys, a buddy of mine, martial arts, lay on the bed of nails, had his cinder block on his chest. The guy bashed it and broke the cinder block while he lay on the bed of nails. I was impressed with that. That goes to show you mind over matter. If the mind don't matter, it don't matter. So if the mind can get past it, the physical part, the body will understand. That's power. That's control. Okay? Understand that, yeah, you can have that mental control over your body. That's all. Yeah, that's why I was thinking, okay, now here you go. Not eating for long periods of time, fasting. I do that every day. I go 10, 12 hours without eating. That's normal if you know how to live. You control your body, then there's things you can do. I ain't going 3 or 4 days without eating, but a few hours ain't no problem. All right? I don't eat round the clock. I don't eat 3 meals a day. Why? That's what I do. Works for me. So as an initiate into right thoughts philosophy, you will have to strive to purify your heart. That means get rid of all those illusions, all those misconceptions, all those I thoughts. I thought. In the class of right thinking, our thoughts don't count. What you thought, we don't mean nothing. What you know, what you learning. That's how you get better. Thoughting just keeps you in the past. Thinking, knowing, getting knowledge, that keeps you going to the future. Okay? That's going to help you. Thoughting ain't going to help you. That's all. Your mind, okay, listen, excuse me, all those who have misunderstandings, misillusions of your mind to the spiritual knowledge really is to be. I'll show you firsthand knowledge of self works for you. Trust me. All right? Watch this. Here is the difference between ignorance. Ignorant don't mean you're dumb. Ignorant means not knowing. That's why ignorance is considered darkness. Knowledge is considered light. Two opposite ends of the spectrum. You don't know or you know. Thinking you know don't mean nothing. That means you're in the middle of not knowing and knowing. So you ain't got nothing. Okay? Understand that. Know or don't know. Between the ignorance and the worldly mind, ignorant guarantees discontent. These are things we're going to get from being ignorant. Discontent, your ego driven, your desires, heartedness, distraction, mental agitation, restlessness, selfishness, etc. These are all the things that if you're ignorant, you're going to fall victim to those things. Those are all bad character traits. Okay? Watch the difference. I can go on, but I'll say that. As all these lead to experiences of pain, disappointment, and frustration, which you cause in yourself, and I call that fetters. When you cause yourself problems, you cause yourself undue pain or pain that's going to hurt you, you do it yourself, fetters. Okay, you got to pay for those things. Well, I didn't know. Don't make a difference, still got to pay. Whereas for a life of a right thinker, philosophy user, a spiritually advanced person, watch this. These are the qualities of a right thinker mindset: selflessness, contentment, peacefulness, detachment from worldly possession. I'm not big on stuff, okay? And relationships, etc. See the difference? When I tell people it ain't about money, they think I'm crazy. But it's not that I think about money. I don't do this for money. Okay, so that's why I ain't about that. But if you want to buy a hoodie or a hat or whatever, that's okay. But the knowledge I'm giving you don't cost you nothing. Tune in, pay attention, it's all yours. All right, watch this. These are the things that would lead you to greater levels of inner peace and also the self-discovery of one true self, God. Remember, the creed from our ancient ancestors, know thyself They left us that creed for a reason. And the more I see things going on, the more I get to understand. Ooh, they knew. They knew some things. Trust me. That's this. This thinking right is what will allow you, your mind to go deeper. Like my man Ralph Smart, deeper, infinite waters. Yeah, we got to go deeper. You got to mean your mind have layers. Go deeper in thought and conceptualize different things, and you'll become a better person. Trust me. You go deeper into levels of revealing to your own true nature, your total being, essence of who you are is of God. I gotta laugh because if you think God is somewhere else, but He knows your heart. If you think God is somewhere else, but He ain't in you, you looking for God. If you ain't looking inside yourself, you ain't ever gonna find God. I've been telling you that since I started, and I ain't never gonna change. God dwells within man, woman, and even nature. So He's here. And for those who don't believe that, I could care less. It ain't my job to convince you about God. Okay? That ain't my job. My job is to teach you about Him so you can get to Him. I digress. If your spiritual teacher is versed in all the spiritual disciplines of the Egyptian yoga style, Maya, it will be up to you to keep in mind that the reason for being initiated into the right thoughts philosophy, right thinking philosophy, is for you to attain the highest level of right thinking philosophy and become a master of oneself. That's all I want you to do. Once you master yourself, you can go on and do what you want to do, how you want to do it, and even teach others how to do it. That's what you want to do. Why? Because it's a good thing. I know. Trust Mr. Wright.